Federal High Court in Abuja has ruled and ordered a final forfeiture of 753 houses allegedly built with proceeds of fraud or fraudulent practices by a top ex-government official unnamed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, while the suspects whose names were not disclosed in public domain remained under investigation. The court ruled that the suspect could not give convincing reasons why the properties should not be forfeited to federal government as requested by EFCC. EFCC in a news release on Monday said, the assets is the single largest asset recovery ever made by the commission since its creation in 2003. Details of the news release as made available by EFCC Media Unit where EFCC said its chairman, Olusegun has ordered the commission operatives to commence recovery of properties suspected to have been acquired with proceeds of fraud once a suspect is under investigation, reads verbatim below. Justice Jude Onwuebuzi, on Monday, December 2, 2024 gave a ruling on a final forfeiture of an estate in Abuja measuring 150,500 square meters and containing 753 units of duplexes and other apartments. This is the single largest asset recovery by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, since its inception. Former Nigeria head of state, General Yakubu Gowon says he sent his wife at the middle of the night with a letter to beg the then head of state, General Sani Abacha, not to kill Olusegun Obasanjo, who later became two-term civilian president after the death of Sani Abacha. General Yakubu Gowon made this known while speaking as special guest of honor at the maiden edition of the Interdenominational Unity Christmas Carol and Praise Festival organized by the Plateau State Government, according to News Agency of Nigeria, NAN. The former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, was also a guest of honor at the event, which General Yakubu Gowon thanked Plateau State Government for organizing the ceremony to bring unity in the state. The former head of state said pleaded with late General Sani Abacha not to execute former President Olusegun Obasanjo for an alleged coup plot in 1995, which Obasanjo denied any involvement. According to Gowon, I wrote a letter to Abacha. I pleaded with him that God made him a leader to do good and not evil. I sent my wife with the letter in the middle of the night to Abacha in Abuja. I pleaded with him that such a thing should not happen. I'm glad that soon after that, things changed. And not only that, Obasanjo left prison, he became our president in 1999. This is something that only Fisayo Shoyombo, who was arrested and released after spending days in Nigerian Army cell while conducting participatory observation into the activities of crude oil bunkers within Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, on Saturday, says Nigerians are worth fighting for, saying, public outcry of Nigerians made him to only spend 3 days in military detention. Fisayo, who took to his Facebook profile to pen down some of his observations while in military detention facility, also granted interview with Arise TV, where he narrated and stated that the Nigerian Army personnel arrested him at the scene of crime, but he could not identify himself or refused to identify himself for obvious security reasons because he had been told by the illegal bunkerers that men of the Nigerian Army have been bribed, hence introducing himself to the soldiers as a journalist could cost him his life. Fisayo said, Nigerians are not worth fighting for. I hear that every now and then, and I've always disbelieved it. Yesterday, you proved me right. You all are the reason my detention by Nigerian Army lasted only 3 days. I'm a free man today because of your social media engagements with Free Fishayono and the publications, broadcasts by the traditional media. And I can prove it. After my arrest at about 2 a.m. onward, I was grilled by different levels of the army until deep into the night.
Unnamed, bringing you the news in a more digital way.